Everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to paint a snowman strainer. I've done a gingerbread, a jack-o'-lantern, and now here's your snowman. So you're going to need one of the little mini strainers from Dollar Tree. You can use the big one or the little one, some ribbon of your choice, some greenery of your choice, some white chalk paint, some orange paint, black paint, and some red or a pink, and we're going to use some glamour dust. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some heavy layers of the chalk paint onto my strainer. Now the first few coats, when you do them, it's going to fall through the holes. You're going to have to keep drying and then adding layers. And once you get the first layer on, you can add a layer on the inside of the strainer, and that will help hold the outside layer on. So you're just going to use a lot of paint, put it on really, really thick. And as you can see, I keep dipping my brush because I'm just using such a large amount of paint. You're just going to keep doing this until it's fully covered. And you want to let it dry a lot between coats. So that's after my first coat. So my second one, I'm going to go on very thick also. And that should clear up the rest of the holes and give you a nice white surface. So there it is, all finished. I'm going to let that dry. And now I'm going to start painting his face. So I'm just going to use some black paint and a liner brush, and I'm going to do 2 teardrops for his eyes. Then I'm going to add his mouth. I'm just going to give him a smiley face with 2 little half circles on each side of his mouth. Once I have his mouth all drawn out, I'm going to take the orange acrylic paint and I'm going to paint him a nose. And I'm again just going to do a teardrop, but I'm going to elongate the top of it. So I'm just going to make it nice and long, go a little bit past his eyes. And I'm just again using a liner brush, and I use the same brush for all of this. I just wipe off the brush before I go to my next color. Next, I'm going to take the liner brush and I'm going to give him some eyebrows. Then I'm going to take some white paint and the tip of my paintbrush, and I'm just going to give him 2 pupils. So just a little dot on each eye. And I just use the tip. You could use a toothpick. Those help very well for doing those. Next, I'm going to take the white paint and a liner brush, and I'm going to do 1 line on each one of his eyes. Again, this just adds a little bit more character to his face. Then I'm going to take some of that red paint, and I mixed it with the white, and I made some pink. And I'm going to make him some nice little rosy cheeks. And I got a little bit of the pink paint on his mouth, so I'm going to take the black paint and go back over his little cheeks so that they're all black again and not all covered in pink. Next, I'm going to take some white paint on a liner brush again and just add a little bit of white to each one of his cheeks. Once I have that all finished and it's all dry, I'm going to take some Enchanted Shimmer, which used to be called Glamour Dust, in the color Ice, and it's just essentially like a sparkle finished, and it's going to make him look like he's kind of all glittery. I'm going to put that all over the entire thing, and it's going to dry clear and sparkly. Next, I'm going to take some of my greenery, and I'm going to hot glue that to the very top, right under the handle. And then I'm going to add my bow on top of that. And then I had this little snowflake plastic one that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I glued that to the center. Now you can make this any way you want, use any greenery you want, any color ribbon you want. You can wrap the handle in twine if you'd like to. You don't have to use the sparkle glaze if you don't want to. Just make it your own. This is just the idea of how to do it and how I wanted it. I didn't wrap the handle because I'm actually going to hang it on a tree in my kitchen, so I wanted it to look like a strainer. So if you didn't want it to look like a strainer, you could definitely wrap the handle and do some other things to change how it looks. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it inspires you to make one because, boy, he turned out so cute.